What's up everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm giving you guys an update video of Krysrain, but this time we're doing the set 11 version, the new form of Krysrain, Krysrain Cadenza. This is inspired of course by Mikoto Saito from the anime, and basically this deck still has its divine skill faded 1 names, so give or take, but this whole deck is now consisted of mermaid types, mainly because it's a fucking mermaid deck. Let's go with it. And without any further ado, let's just jump right into this video and basically see what this little bad girl can do. Now, of course, for the ride deck, of course, I always start with the ride. Starting with the energy counter, mainly because I like this one better. Of course, you do need the generator itself to access tournaments or regionals or whatever you want a big event, pretty much. But for me, for someone like me who's been very OCD, I like to keep track of my energy blast, energy charge, and all the energy I've accumulated over the time of the game, pretty much. Excuse me, guys. Damn coughs. Anyways, that's for the 5th card for the ride deck. Now on to the ride line itself, we're still using Wonder, Lavender, Ursule. When this unit is rode upon, if you want to second draw 1 card, obviously this is a card that I stick with a lot. This is also good for Marlene. I still need to do a Marlene update. We'll get to that in another time. But for grade 1, we have Lively Navy Tiphaine, or Tiphaine. When this unit is brought upon by Confident Aqua Musette, reveal the top card of your deck. It called to rear guard if it is a grade 2 or less normal unit, and put it into your hand if it is not. So basically, this will help you get the normal cards that you need, the units that you did need to a certain extent. And then put the rest of the cards you don't need back in your hand. Or into your hand, pretty much. Now for grade 2, we have Confident Aqua Musette. Same effect still applies to Tiphaine. Confident Aqua Musette. When this unit is brought upon by a grade 3 card with Krysrain and its card name, reveal the top card of your deck, call to rear guard if it is a grade 3 or less normal unit, and put it into your hand if it is not. Now for the main girl now, we have the faded 1 of ever-changing Krysrain Cadenza, so it does retain its actual faded 1 lineage. Okay, so she does gain a few more effects on this form here. So the first active skill is a Vanguard. 1 turn only, Counterblast 1. Choose any number of your units and perform one of the following effects. If you chose 4 units and all the chosen units have different card names, perform 2 instead of 1. If you choose 5 or more units and all of them chosen or have different card names, perform all of the following effects. The first one, of course, is draw 1 card and energy charged ring. Choose one of your units and it gets 15,000 power until the end of the turn. This unit also gets +1 critical until the end of the turn. And then its new effect, choose one of your rear guards and it gets this skill. At the end of your turn, you may return this card back to hand and to the end of the turn. And of course, she does retain Divine Skill. At the end of the battle, this unit attacked a grade 3 rear unit, Soul Blast 1. Choose any number of your rear guards. Return them to the hand. Choose up to 1 unit card from your hand and call it the rear guard. And until the end of the turn, increase or decrease that unit's power and critical to match this unit. So, oh, what the hell? Uh-oh, that's not good. So there's a little crumb in the sleeve. That's not nice. But anyways, this is basically the new improvement of Krysrain, and it obviously is a better version, pretty much so. But when it comes to her mythage, people saying it's not a very good mythage, but let me be the judge of that, per se. So that is the ride deck itself. Now on to the main deck, which you know, of course, it's all going to basically be mermaid themed, except for 1 card. So for the for the heal trigger, I use Hush Diva Hortense for my heal trigger. Then we're doing 8 criticals in this deck, so I'm playing 4 Godelives and 4 Precious Tune Edwige. This card is a very good one to have because at the end of battle, this unit boosted. Put this unit into your soul. Choose one of your units, and it gets 2k power until the end of the turn. So 4 of her, obviously for good reason, from her soul. Now this is a non-mermaid, but it's a very good front. Snowskip Palvi. If your Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, this unit does get 5,000 to the shield added to it. So this is your 20k shield front, so basically your guard front, pretty much. Now the overtrigger of choice, which of course is Mysterious Twins, Romia, and Rumia. Now all the lyrical overtriggers have the same damn effect, so let's just go ahead and go through it. Additional effect. During this fight, you get, during your turn, all your rear guards get plus 10,000 power. So of course, this card is pretty much good to have if you actually do draw it. So, give or take on that one. So that is my confirmed grade 0 lineup. Now on to grade 1, which of course we're not running that many grade 1s, but we're using all the Krysrain. We're just going to bust the whole thing out. So the new one we have here is Dreamilavand Marylise. When this unit is discarded from hand during your turn, you may put this card into your soul. Now her soul ability is, when your grade 3 Grade Vanguard with Krysrain in its card name is placed during your right phase, if you do not have the same rear guard with the same card name as this card, Energy Blast 3 and call this card to rear guard. So I am playing this out of 4 of because that effect does come in somewhat very handy. People say maybe choose maybe 3 or 2, but I'm playing the full damn thing. So 4 of is a 4 of. Next one we have is Snowflake in the Deep Sea Ephemere. 1 turn rear guard ability. When your other rear guard is returned to hand during your turn, if you have a Vanguard who's a grade 3 Grade Mermaid Vanguard, choose one of your units and it gets 5,000 power into the turn. So this card can be a generic for even for Kari. There you go. And then when this unit is returned from hand from rear guard, if your Vanguard is Krysrain, put a card with a different card name from this unit from hand into soul and draw 1 card. So I'm also playing this as a 4 of because that effect is still very good to have. But it all comes down to if you return cards to hand. Next we have 4 copies of Moderate Mint Rochelle. When your grade 3 Grade Vanguard with Krysrain and its card name attacks, Energy Blast 3 and put this unit into your soul. Draw 1 card. If your rear guard did not stand by a card's ability this turn, choose a rear guard chosen by the ability Vanguard with Krysrain and its card name this turn and stand it. So 4 of her, and it's good for the soul ability as well, for most of these have soul blast abilities. Now that's for the main support for Krysrain. Now for the perfect guards, 3 Christines for perfect guards and 1 Elementaria Sanctitude to fill the void. Now basically this card is, you can play it for free if your opponent's Vanguard can do triple drives with just a grade 4 or anything gain a triple drive ability. The downside is it's removed from the game completely, but it does act as a perfect guard, so you can discard a card from your hand and just perfect guard the shit out of it. So that is my grade 1 lineup. Now for grade 2, we're using like 11 grade 2s in this deck, and I think they're very important here. Now this is a new one from the set 11 collection. This is Emphatic Rhythm Armelle. When this unit is placed on rear guard, you may soul charge 1. If your Vanguard is Krysrain, which obviously it is, choose one of your units and it gets 5,000 power into a turn. Then counterblast 1, draw 1 card, and this unit also gets 5,000 power into a turn. Now her active skill is, if you have a grade 3 Vanguard with Krysrain and its card name and you play it in order this turn, Energy Blast 3, choose a grade 1 card without Sentinel from your drop, and if you do not have a regard the same card name as this card, call into rear guard. Now I did not I did not realize about that other effect, so that's my fault right there. But this deck does not have any other order cards, so we may add those in the future. But now we know. Now we have the 4 copies of Musette. When this unit's attack power is increased by the actability of your Vanguard with Krysrain and its card name, choose one of your Vanguards and it gets 10,000 power. When this unit attacks, choose any number of your units. If you choose 3 or more units and all the units chosen have different card names, this unit does get 5,000 power and 10 a turn. If you chose 4 or more units and all of them have different names, at the end of that battle, choose up to one of their other rear guards and return it back to hand. So, of course, it's going to be just a return to hand deck, pretty much, so there's a give and take. Now, the next one we have is Morning Practice in the Calm Sea Tolmia. When this unit is placed on rear guard, if your Vanguard is Krysrain and its card name, Soul Blast 2 cards with different card names, and you may search your deck for up to 1 grade 1 card without Sentinel, reveal it, and if you do not have a rear guard the same name as that card, you may call this to rear guard, and that unit gets 5,000 power, and to the end of the turn, and shuffle the deck. When this unit does attack, if your Vanguard is Krysrain and your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 Greer, this unit does get 5,000 power, and to the end of that battle. So we're only playing the F3 because the main focus is on these two here. Even though I need to really read her effect more carefully, but that's a blunder. You know, we all happen. Now for the main grade 3s, we're playing 3 more Krysrain Cadenzas for Persona writing, obvious reasons. And then we have the new one, which is Devoted Performance Type, or TV. I almost said titty. TV. When this unit is chosen by Krysrain, she does get 5,000 power into a turn. Okay. So as long as Krysrain chose these girls, they get their abilities full scale. So that's just a little small idea. Anyways, guys, that is it for the update video of my fave one of ever-changing Krysrain Cadenza deck profile, post set 11. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about it. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, leave some in the comments. And if you guys do like the content I do create on my channel, please subscribe, comment down below, thumbs up for this channel. You know, you guys know the whole drill. And because I do appreciate you guys' love and support for my channel, it does mean a lot to know that people give a crap about what I post and what I can bring to the table sometimes. But anyways, you guys, that'll be a full deck list in the box down below. Go ahead and check that out, and I'll see you guys next video. And as always, I've been your host, Siren Frost, signing out.